Kaleidoscope Klan. How's everyone doing? This is Mariposa, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about the sun, El Sol, and what's happening in our atmosphere right now. The solar activity is something that everyone needs to be aware of. We are at the height of solar cycle 25, and we've been having incredible levels of solar energy that is just escaping out of the sun through the different sunspots. They call them coronal mass injections, and then that in turn also is making the Schumann resonance extremely high, which means that it's like the vibration of the atmosphere is vibrating extremely fast. And so it's something that, and outside of that also, like what they call neutrinos are coming out of the solar energy, and it's something that's affecting us. It is affecting, from what I understand, and mind you, I am not an expert. I just am an obsessive researcher and curious scientific mind. But what I understand is that these neutrinos are very powerful. The radiation is extremely powerful for our bodies. It's nothing like what we've ever experienced. From what I remember, the natural level of the Schumann resonance is like about 7 or 8 or something megahertz, and it's been going up like over 100 and stuff like that. And I believe it was 2013 or something like that, there one year when it was the first time that it went over like 20 hertz or something. But the fact that it goes into the 100s and stuff is extremely transformative in ways that we don't know. So it is supposed to affect our DNA development, the elevation of this solar activity. And so it is quite possible that many of us will be activating our superpowers that have been latent inside of our DNA, especially things like the clairs, the psychic abilities, and other such magical things. Who knows? Now, that's the glass is half full version, which I usually like to stay on. But please understand, I always study the dark side. Always. I've learned that is very important. So that, you have to be able to manage reality with, the etherical and the, beautiful in what you create. So outside of the encouragement that we could be developing, in this way, and also understand that some people's vehicles can't handle it. So it's a ascension of sorts that not everyone's going to be able to survive. But yeah, also just know that it's very unpredictable as far as the sun is concerned. The way that the energy is coming out of the sun, it is very possible that it could be too much at some point where it hits our system and it creates, a lot of destruction, especially in the way of the technology that we have, right? But also, just overall, if there's too much solar energy that hits the earth, of course it could fry us. And our protection around the earth is diminishing. The magnetic field is diminishing because the poles are starting to flip. So that's another issue, is that they don't really know what to expect when the poles flip. Is it actually where the earth flips? They definitely expect for it to be very devastating, but they're not really sure exactly, and they're not really sure when. Ding! So, yay, fun, always, with spirit, you just never know what's gonna happen. So yeah, that is the reason why you just need to know. I mean, you need to know for the good stuff, but you need to be conscious of what is happening. Now, I monitor the cosmic weather every day with astrology, but also, like, literally, I follow people who follow the sun activity and the sunspots to know, because it does affect you. It affects all of us. So if you've been feeling extremely tired, if your body has been feeling extremely sore, or if you're having, because everybody's body is different, if you're feeling like really strange, just know that we're shifting physically. There's a shift at our earth, and it is going to affect you regardless, even if it's good. I know for me, I've had to just lay down a lot in the past month. I have not been able to just go like I normally do. I've had to give myself some grace and not even trip. I'm always good with myself as far as what I need. I'm like, hey girl, take all the time you need. You know what I'm saying? That's how I am. So I encourage you to do that, because you're not going to be able to survive this unless you do. It's by any means necessary. Have certain things in your daily routine to help you relax and to help your body to release tension and stress. Stretch your body. If you can, take nerve tonics. Do things for your nerves. Yoga, breathing. Get in nature, ground, get away from devices. Just be still and quiet, and listen to what you need. That's what's most important, is listen to what you need. Don't listen to what I'm telling you need. You listen to what you need. You know what I'm saying? Everyone is different, and we all have different needs. But what is most important is to listen and pay attention to your body. Yeah. So I think that's all I'm going to say about that. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to say. Well, we just finished the summer solstice, so we're the closest to the sun right now. The days are very long, but they're starting to shorten, going towards the winter solstice. It's a very sacred time where it spotlights our manifestations for the past year. A time for celebration, a time to recognize how far you've come. A time to, recognize the real, what's, what your reality is, and, deal with it accordingly. Be honest with yourself. And be kind to yourself. Okay? Very, very important. All right. So, thank you, Kaleidoscope Klan, for taking the time to imbibe my lesson for today about the sun and solar activity and being conscious. Understand that, the sun is our source of light. So we should always pay attention to what's happening to our sun. Always. Okay. All right. So this is Mariposa Ma'at, encouraging you to continue embodying the sacred transformation. Okay? Peace. Until next time. So one more thing I just thought about sharing. Spiritually, sunlight corresponds to your conscious mind, what you're aware of, right? So that is why the summer solstice, being the time that the sun has the strongest light, why it's time to celebrate your manifestations or to recognize your manifestations. The point is that it's like there's a spotlight on your life to actually, determine where you are and a time to celebrate. And then the opposite also would be true with the winter solstice. The time when there's the most darkness would be the time for you to focus on your subconscious, the darkness, the stuff that is not out in the open. It's a time to be more still, to not be active, a time to be more meditative and to to tap into your subconscious, either to program it or to connect, of course, to your spirit guides and stuff like that. But you always do those things. But I'm just saying, related to the yin-yang aspect. The sun is the yang aspect. The daytime is the yang aspect. And that is the active, right? You have more energy when the sun is out, right? To do things. And if it's dark outside, you want to hibernate, right? The way bears do. And so, it's all connected, okay? Physical science, spiritual science, it all goes together very easily and naturally. And so when you're able to expand your awareness outside of just seeing the physical sun, but understanding its function in our existence, and looking at the ancient people and how they recognize the importance of the sun too, is just a smart thing to do. Okay, so yes, I'm just giving you like a basic idea. Please, I encourage you to go to the experts to study, look up solar flares, look up sunspots, look up magnetic pole shift, look up coronal mass injections, look up neutrinos and their effects on DNA. And spirituality is something that, if there are spiritual people who have another perspective also. So you can look for a spiritual perspective of it all, but it's very significant in our world as far as the shifts that are taking place. The sun, basically the creator's powers we're being flooded with God's energies, and let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's it. Peace. Well, Kaleidoscope Klan, I hope that gave you information and food for thought. And until next time, continue to embody the sacred transformation. This is Mariposa Ma'at, signing out. Peace.